Joining the ranks of Wonder Woman and Supergirl is the Burka Avenger. Armed only with pens and books, the martial arts expert uses a flowing veil to hide her identity.
The school has been shut down for good.
While taking on thugs who want to shut down the girls' school where she works as a teacher. The bungling bad guys play it for laughs and can't beat the Burka Avenger. But the fight to educate girls in Pakistan is no laughing matter. The Taliban has targeted hundreds of schools in the northwest of the country in recent years. Last October, the group sparked international outrage when its fighters shot 15-year-old education activist Malala Yousafzai in the head. The action in the animated Burka Avenger series is far less serious, and the locally produced Urdu language children's program is unlike anything ever shown on Pakistani television before.
Each episode has a moral, has a theme, has a social message which goes out to the kids.
But some are worried about the full-length black robe and face covering worn by the character. Fakhr Ar-Rahman is a media analyst. He says he fears the program may do more harm than good.
These sorts of things are seen as an attack on the social values, as a mockery of their culture. Because when you depict a female in a burqa, you are trying to break those values and you are trying to revolutionize that society.
But for children at this Islamabad primary school who attended an advanced screening of the series, it's already a huge hit.
I like the Burka Avenger character because she saved children's lives. She motivated them for education and school.
13 episodes have been produced so far, and the program is scheduled to start running in early August on a popular TV channel. The Burka Avenger's creators hope the series will not only entertain young viewers, but also inspire them with its message of education for all. Imtiaz Tayyib, Al Jazeera, Islamabad.
I love the idea. I'm not keen on the name, I have to say, Burka Avenger, because burqa tends to have a negative connotation, such as not being empowered and being oppressed. But I really like the idea. For example, I love the fact that she's dressed modestly, unlike Western superheroines who tend to be objectified, sexualized and have enhanced cleavages, which can obviously send out very negative messages and have a negative impact on male attitude. But other than that, I thought it was fantastic. Probably a little bit thing that I wasn't keen on was the fact that perhaps her face was covered. So given the context, I would have liked to see her face uncovered, particularly because although there are many Muslim women who wear the face veil out of choice, there are many others that are forced to wear the face veil or manipulated into believing it's a choice. So I think given the context, it would have been nice to see her face. I do know that superheroes and heroines tend to be masked, but there are many others that are not masked. But on the whole, I think it's a brilliant idea.
Potentially it might develop in that direction. Of course, their characters generally evolve, don't they? So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Who do you think will watch it?
I think children. I think it's aimed at children, and I think that's brilliant because when children are growing up, they're exposed to very negative images about women and girls, particularly about what they can and cannot do, particularly what they cannot do. And they're given a perception that women are second-class citizens because of culture. And I think this can actually change mindsets and try and have that positive influence to attitudes when they're growing up, not just for girls but also boys. Because if boys are seeing negative perception of women as they're growing up, that then when they're older they have negative attitudes towards women. And also girls, when they sort of see around them that they can't do many things, they sort of grow up to thinking, well, this is our destiny, we are destined not to have our rights. So I think it's going to create a debate. I think it's fantastic. And actually, do you know what, this cartoon reminded me of a Catholic cartoon in Mexico called Cato Coladas. I'm probably pronouncing that completely wrong, but it's done by Catholics for choice. And in that, the main central character is actually a nun, and she challenges priests and challenges religious fundamentalism. And in the same way, this is what this cartoon does. And I think it will be really, really positive. And I think activists need to use all the tools to try and make that change.
You say aimed at children, but given the descriptions that we've just been talking about, that some children might not want to watch and some children might not be allowed to watch.
Of course, you know, all children in Pakistan will not be able to see this cartoon, but the children that do see that cartoon, I think it's a start, it's a catalyst. It might then act as a catalyst for more innovative initiatives like this, other cartoons. So even if it's having a small impact, I think that's what matters really.